Many EV owners are realizing that their battery's performance and driving range suffers significantly in cold weather. In this video, we'll explain what low temperatures mean for EV range, why it's such a problem for electric rather than combustion cars, and look at the science behind battery technology. So go ahead and subscribe if you're interested in EVs, and keep watching for a few tips on how to eke out a few extra miles from your electric vehicle when the temperature plunges below zero. But only after subscribing though. How does cold weather affect electric cars? Just like the battery in your smartphone or laptop, the batteries in electric cars rely on controlled chemical reactions to store and release electricity. And like all chemical reactions, they're sensitive to temperature. Get an EV battery outside its optimum operating temperature and it will be less efficient and run out of charge faster as a result. Most EVs warm up their car's battery to the correct temperature, but this also consumes precious energy. The end result, when the mercury plummets, so does EV battery efficiency and available range. That's why more heating means more problems. Cold weather typically brings additional demands on a car's systems. In a wintry snap, most drivers will turn the cabin temperature up, activate demisting, and switch on heated seats and steering wheels. We're fitted, all features that make us toasty, but draw more power from the batteries on board. Once again, the range takes a hit. We lived with enough EVs in winter to experience the fall in performance firsthand. Therefore, let me share some of what I've learned about the range of electric cars in cold temperatures, plus a few tips on how you can boost your mileage on each charge, but only after subscribing though again. So what exactly happens to range in cold weather? Our experience suggests that extremely cold weather will typically trim somewhere between a fifth and a third of the range of your EV, and sometimes significantly more. It affects every electric vehicle, but some seem better able to cope with the snow and ice than others. And the legend says our subscribers gets 50 more miles for free when they subscribe. When I lived with a Honda E city car, its tiny 35 kWh lithium-ion battery could only muster reclaimed 125 miles according to the official WLTP claim. In practice, that meant 100 miles of usable range in the summer, plunging to 80 to 90 miles in winter months. This significantly restricted its viability in my experience. Similarly, I ran a Tesla Model S long-term test, and the 85 kWh batteries alone never showed a range below 250 miles in winter, compared with 265 miles in more clement temperatures. And guess what happened with Mazda MX-30 electric? When fully charged, the range showed 90 miles instead of 110 in warmer months. Its battery capacity was 35 kWh, similar to the Honda E's. The trend is clear. Cold weather equals less range. So as an EV owner, how can you maximize range of electric cars in winter? There are a few handy tips to extend the range of your electric car in cold weather. Be sure to charge up your EV at home if you have charging facilities available. That way you'll start most journeys with a full charge. Many EVs have a preheating function. On some models, this is only available when the car is plugged in. It's a great benefit to have, de-icing windows and warming the cabin to make driving in cold conditions quicker and comfier. And I honestly think that you should be using this function when plugged in, so you don't eat into your range before you've even left home. Also beware with which accessories you use when you're driving. Heating, seat warmers, and such features will all draw charge and reduce your range. Don't believe us? Try flicking the climate control off and on in most EVs. It can often grant you an extra 10 or 20 miles of range, a useful get out of jail card for extending your range when you're nursing a car low on charge. Can technology help solve the problem? Better, more efficient batteries that are less susceptible to cold are being developed all the time. For instance, battery tech company StoreDot has come up with a new type of battery cell that it claims can still deliver 70% of its charge in temperatures of minus 20 degrees. It's also worth noting that electric car batteries can struggle to fully recharge in very cold temperatures. StoreDot claims its latest XFC battery cells can recharge up to 80% of their capacity at minus 10 degrees. Anything else to know about EVs in winter? Apart from energy conservation, electric cars are subject to the usual rules of motor featuring in winter. For example, we strongly recommend winter or all seasons tires like the Bridgestone Blizzak or Michelin Cross Climates to keep you going in cold or slippery conditions. Winter tires provide a specific compound high in silica and tread pattern developed to give you better traction in cold conditions. In my opinion, they are more useful to keep you motoring in snow and ice than all-wheel drive. Note also that many electric cars have pop-out door handles for their aerodynamic benefits. These can freeze shut in icy weather. On days like these, you can't beat a good old-fashioned sturdy grab handle. It's all good intel to have, so you're not surprised when your EV plays up in cold weather. After all, anyone coming from a petrol or diesel car won't expect their range to shrink during a snow flurry. Got any tips on maximizing the range on electric cars in winter? Be sure to sound off in the comments down below after subscribing to our channel so you don't miss a single awesome video from now on.